My name is Miss Cooper and I'm one of the deputies at Stanton Bridge. In this video, I'm going to take you through how to use Showbie. Now, you may have heard from your children who come to Stanton Bridge that they have been using Showbie in class and also for their home learning. Showbie is an online platform that since September we have invested in to ensure that during any times of lockdown or isolation, we're able to continue our provision for pupils to learn whilst they're at home. Now, since September, we have used Showbie regularly for home learning, and your children will have completed work online for their teachers. So in order to ensure that they continue to do this and all children access Showbie from home, we are providing this video so that we can explain to you what Showbie is and how to use it. Now, initially, the very first thing that pupils will need to do is to go onto their internet browser, and that can be done through a computer or laptop, through an iPad or through a phone. Ideally, a laptop or a computer, and they need to type in showbie.com, as you can see from my screen. Each pupil from reception and nursery all the way through to year 6 have been given a login. For data protection reasons, it doesn't include their name, and they have a password. If your child has forgotten their password or their username, please just contact school and we'll be able to give you the details. So once they've signed in, as you can see here on my screen, children sign in and they are taken to a home page that is specifically for their class. No other pupils in school can access, just the pupils that have joined that class. Now, in school, children have been using Showbie in their lessons. They know how to log in, they know how to upload and access work. So no excuses when they're at home. They know how to use it and they have accessed it already. So first of all, I'm going to show you what home learning would look like. Okay, so this is the work that is set on a Friday by teachers, and pupils will complete it over the weekend or the start of the week, ready for the following weekend. As they go into this class, their class will be here at the side, and when they click on it, you will see that I've got week beginning the 16th of November. This is an assignment. Each week, a new assignment will be created, and that is where the teachers will put the work that the children need to complete. Quite simply, click in here, and within this folder will be all of the work that children are asked to do over the weekend as part of their home learning. Now, later on in the video, I'm going to show you how to upload work. It's the same process for home learning as it is when we look at our remote learning. Teachers can access the work that pupils have uploaded, and they can mark it and give feedback as they would do in class, but all online for children to access at any time when they're at home. In this section of the video, we're going to look at remote learning. Now, you will know that the government has set high expectations that all pupils, should they be having to learn from home because of their whole bubble has been isolated, that they continue to learn in the same way that they would do if they were in school, the same lessons, the same time periods. So in order for this to happen, at Stanton Bridge, we've worked really hard to make sure that your child, whilst isolating, still gets the same level of education that they would do in class. This will work if a whole bubble has been isolated, so a whole class or a whole year group is then working from home in what we call remote learning. Each day, your child's teacher will upload some work that is equal to the work that they would have been doing in school. And I'm going to show you what that looks like and how that's going to happen. Now, we need you at home to really support and ensure that you are making sure children are logging in and they are completing their work on time. So within their class group, they will again have an assignment that shows them the work that they will need to be doing. And there's a few elements to this for remote learning that I'm about to show you. So the first thing they will see is an example timetable. And on that timetable, it will show them all of the lessons that they will need to complete during the day. In the morning, it will be their core lessons, their reading, writing, and maths. And in the afternoons, it will be their normal timetabled sessions. Teachers will annotate this and they'll make it personal to the classes so that they still do the lessons that they would normally be doing. Today, your children will be able to access a live video feed with their class teacher in order for them to get extra support with their work. If children don't access the right video feed at the right time of day, then they won't be able to join in and they won't be able to get the support that they potentially need. So if you look at this timetable, children must complete their reading tasks at 9 a.m. so that from 9:30 onwards, the teachers will have a live feed where the pupils in those groups will be able to access additional support. And I'll go through that with you a little later on. Each day, your child will be given a document that looks like this one that explains to them the learning that will happen throughout that lesson and gives them the work that they need to complete. Now, alongside this, we have asked our teachers to create PowerPoint presentations where they are video recording, just like I'm doing here. They're teaching for the children. They will be able to watch examples of the things they're being asked to do before they do it, just as they would be doing in school. It's really important that the children read this document first and then watch the PowerPoint before attempting to do the work. Should they then discover that they're still not quite sure and they need some more support, they will then be able to access live videos. Once pupils have done their work, now ideally we'd like children to do their work on a sheet of paper and then upload their work. They can, if they have an iPad or a touch screen, write directly onto the sheet, but it makes it quite difficult for their presentation. Ideally, write the answers on a sheet of paper and then they're going to upload their work. Now your child will have done this in school already. It's really simple and they are using it within their lessons as they go through the school week. However, I'm just going to show you so that you know what they will need to do. At the top of their individual page, there is a plus sign. If you click on it, it gives you a list of options. Now I'm on my laptop, so it doesn't give me the full options that you would get if you are on an iPad, for example. So this image here shows you all of the things that they would get. And if they click on Photo Library, you'll be able to upload the picture of the work that they've done. It puts it straight onto their screen. When the teacher comes to look at their work, they will go down the list of children and they'll be able to see each individual child's work from that lesson, and no other child can see anyone else's work, only the teacher. And they can give their feedback. They might leave written messages, typed messages, or they might leave voice recorded messages if they feel it would be beneficial to your child. During remote learning, every lesson will have this uploaded. So your children would know exactly what they need to do throughout the day, throughout each lesson, and then in the afternoons, the teachers will work to give them feedback, provide extra support. Now I'm going to show you what happens with live video feeds. Okay, now it's really important at Stanton Bridge that we are able to support children fully in their learning. So what we will be doing, and the teachers when they're online will share with your children which group they belong to. At the top of my screen here, you can see I've got a tab that says groups. And within that, I've got a trial group here to show you. The teachers will set these up and they will give your child the code for the specific group that they need to be in. And again, the children know how to do this. They've been doing it in class as they've been using Showbie. If they're unsure, if I click on the plus at the top, it asks me for a code. The teacher will give the children the code that they need to type into this box. And once they've done that, they will find themselves in the correct group. Within this group, the teacher, at the set time on the timetable, and this is why it's important that they stick to the timings, will send a link that looks like this image here, where there will be a video chat that your child can be involved in. They click join and they will be taken to a screen that looks like this, where they will be able to see their teacher face to face and have a discussion with them. To reassure you, no one that is not within this group will be able to access the group video or any of the work. We have made sure that in terms of data protection, everything is done as it should be done, and the teacher has the ability to remove or add people from the group, and also to mute and unmute microphones. It's really important that your microphones are muted so that your child can hear the teacher speaking, and when they need to respond, they can unmute themselves to have the discussion. Parents, you don't need to be in on this discussion, in on the video chat, but we do want you to know that if you hear your child talking to someone, then it will be the class teacher and the support staff member that they are having a conversation with for that group. Once the teacher has supported them, the teacher will close the group, and then the child can go back to doing the work that they have been set and then upload to the teacher afterwards. So finally, I hope that this has been helpful in showing you what children are expected to do. If you do have any questions about Showbie, how it can be used at home, then please, please, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us at school. We are more than happy to support you with anything that you need and answer any questions that you might have. The important thing is that we work together as school and as parents to make sure that not only throughout school whilst we're in the building using home learning, but if we are in a situation where pupils need to work from home, that we are able to work together to ensure that our children don't miss out on any education and that they continue to progress throughout the year as well as they possibly can do. Now, if you are concerned about your lack of devices, if you don't have something for children to use, if you don't have an internet connection or anything at all to do with this, please again make sure that you contact school. We have provisions in place where we can support you to ensure that your child continues to learn well over this period. We want to say a huge thank you for all of your support so far. This has been a very difficult year, and I'm sure, we hope that we will continue to improve as the time goes on, but we are ready to step in and do the work that needs to be done to be able to support pupils no matter what happens. So thank you very much for your support, and please don't hesitate to get in contact with us if you need any further support or have any other questions. Thank you.